campaign tonight. Rays All-Star Evan Longoria has some harsh words for local baseball fans. He called turnout for last night's game at the Trop embarrassing. And as our Don Gramez found out, when Longo talks, people listen.
The line to buy tickets at Tropicana Field for tonight's baseball game where the Rays could indeed clinch a playoff berth has not been very long. And that's been upsetting to some of the players, particularly star third baseman Evan Longoria. Well, people may just be listening to Evan now.
How you doing on sales?
Jim Hollenbach was one of the first people in line to buy tickets to tonight's Rays-Orioles game. He heard what Evan Longoria said on ABC Action News after last night's game, when only 12,000 and change showed up for a game the Rays could have clinched a playoff spot.
You would like to think from, a team in a playoff hunt, with the opportunity to clinch that, you could at least get 30,000 in here to cheer you on.
That's all it took for the first three people we talked to at the Rays ticket booth. They all had the same reason for buying tickets first thing in the morning.
We heard Evan Longoria's pitch last night that all the fans ought to be out. We ought to fill the stadium.
So you really did come down here because of what Evan said on TV?
Of course.
Why is that?
Because I want them to win, and I want them to feel like they have our support. Can I get 2 in 122?
The Rays are still not sold out tonight, but clearly when Evan talks, some people listen. The next two nights may be the only time you can get to the front of the line this easily. I suspect that once the Rays make the playoffs, and I believe they will, they're going to be lined up through all these chains, hoping to get a ticket to get in to see the hottest team in baseball. In St. Petersburg, Don Gramez, ABC Action News.
All right, Don, so do you think the comments made by Longoria and David Price are about low attendance were out of line? Head to our website, abcactionnews.com, to vote in our web poll tonight.